welcome to episode 16 of the Otaku Summon
Hi.
podcast, everybody. I am your host, Javon, aka Kuma, with my fellow co host, April.
Hi.
We are missing two today. They're off busy doing some other stuff, but they will be missed, and we will see them again next week. But
Mm-hmm.
until then, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So
Woohoo.
this week, apparently, Zombieland Saga is having a movie.
I know, I saw.
Unexpectedly, I would not have never. I would never have expected that.
I know.
That's very cute. I didn't think Zombieland Saga was that popular.
I mean, it kind of
Yeah,
is, but
really.
I'm trying to figure out if they are planning on ending the
Uh-huh.
series with a movie.
Oh,
Because I was expecting another season from them instead of a movie. So this is very
there's
interesting.
there's only one season, right?
Too.
Two. Okay, no, two. All
Yes.
right, two. What would the movie look like though? What would you think it would
Ah,
be about?
maybe it might be about aliens. Maybe aliens versus. Oh my god,
All
aliens
right,
versus zombies.
River,
Isn't that's a game,
Riverdale,
isn't it? No, it's
Riverdale.
Plants
Yeah,
versus Zombies.
yeah, yeah. Pound versus Zombie is.
Yeah, because how season two ended, it ended with like this huge spaceship flying over Saga,
Oh,
and
that's crazy.
just destroying Saga.
That's crazy. So,
Like it obliterated Saga. So everyone's wondering like, what the fuck was that?
so we're just gonna have one big zombie versus alien war for Zombieland Saga,
Could
the
be,
movie that
could
takes
be.
that takes place.
Mixed
Uh,
with some idle foolishness in there. So
I know you got. I mean, if Zombieland Saga, you gotta get idle foolishness thrown in like 100%.
yeah.
I think what's even more amazing is the fact that I think it may get an international release. So that's
Oh
actually
my god,
very
that'd be
yeah.
so cool.
That's what I'm talking about. So I was like, okay, all right, Zombieland Saga. I see you
Please,
guys. Y'all really,
please
really, really,
give
really
us
out
an
here.
international release so I could have another excuse to give Fusion my money.
Fox, right? Right. Speaking of which, Fusion, I hope you all see this. I hope you all get this guest, y'all. But we need to know what's happening with the My Hero movie. Like,
Yes.
seriously, like, there's been no promotion. Like, there's been
None.
no signs that you guys are bringing that. And the movie is slated for the 29th. You guys have
Yeah.
a well, you guys have 2 weeks. I expect to see My Hero Academia in the movie at Fusion.
Like we
I'm
should at
just saying,
least be saying like, cause like come on, they gave Demon Slayer some promotion. Give
right?
My Hero Academia some promotion. You know.
Exactly. And you had the first two movies, so it's like, well, like you had the first movie. I don't think they had the first movie. Yeah, they had the second movie. They had the
But
second.
Fusion released the second movie already.
Yeah, Fusion showed the second movie.
Really?
They did. Yeah, you didn't watch it? Yeah, they had the
No.
second movie.
I watched the second movie on on a third party
You
site.
probably like, I know. No, Fusion actually had it. Fusion had it. Fusion had it. Fusion has
What?
had it. Like ever since Brawly movie, the big anime movies they've had. I can honestly say they've had big anime movies. They've
Wow.
had One Piece
I
there.
did not know that.
Yeah, they
When
had
did
My
they have
Hero
One
there.
Piece? When did they
One
have...
Piece was a while ago.
Wow.
I think that was 2019, if I remember correctly.
Wow. I've been out of touch apparently
Yeah,
with Fusion.
yeah. This is Infusion's first rodeo with anime movies, so that's why I'm really, really, really want to know what's going on with My Hero because I expected them to do this Jujutsu Kaisen, uh, Dragon Ball Z when it comes again. What
Not
else
Dragon Ball
again?
Z. Okay.
I mean, they're gonna do it. People are gonna listen. People are gonna like
Ah,
over here in the Bahamas, like
those diehard Dragon Ball
yeah,
Z
Dragon
fans,
Ball Z
they
is
will watch
popular.
anything. It will be a movie about Goku pooping on the toilet and they'll still watch it.
I mean, maybe. Maybe for
They
real,
will
for
still
real.
watch it.
But like, parents had their kids out dressed like Goku. That first for the Broly movie is like, yeah, like that
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that, that Dragon Ball Z movie is gonna sell
Yeah,
regardless.
it's
Yeah,
going to
without a
sell.
doubt,
Kids
without a doubt.
kids will watch it.
Yeah. But yeah, Fusion, get it together, please, please,
Please,
please.
please.
But other news as well. And going off what we mentioned last week, we said this as a joke, but well, not so much in regards to this company, but in regards to like other stuff getting anime like series and shows. But
Hmm.
Disney is stepping into the anime ring, like
Oh yes,
finally. Like
yes.
yeah, so
Gosh.
they're coming out with a few shows. I know one being Their mobile game is like what's the best way to describe it?
Something I can't remember what it's called. Something fantasy or
Like, I
wait,
mean,
no, I
well,
can't
the
remember the
name
name of
I
this.
can definitely tell you the name more than likely, but I'm trying to remember. Like, I'm trying to give a description of it. Like, it's Twisted Wonderland.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
it.
if you took all the villains of Disney and made them like hot anime guys. I don't know if it's like a
Oh
dating
yeah.
sim for the game, but that is definitely what it is. So you have like a male version of Maleficent. You have a male version of from 100
You
and One
also have
Dalmatians. I can't. Why is the name escaping
Deville. You
me?
have Deville. This
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
like
Cruella.
Hades. Oh, look
Exactly.
like a female version of Hades
No, that's a
actually.
male. That's a male version. Like, so they
What?
took the males are males and the females are males. So they just made them into like anime guys.
Wait, this is
But
actually this is a game that's running
yeah, it's a
currently.
game. It's a game.
Oh.
It's an actual game. I don't know if it's a dating sim. I don't know what it is,
I
but it's
don't
a
like
game.
dating. I don't like dating,
But
but I
I,
might take a look at this
I'm not
because
sure what it's gonna be about, but it's gonna happen. I think it's popular. I'm
this
not too sure, but yeah, I feel like this is definitely gonna be
this
one.
Deville character looks very interesting.
They know the target. They know the audience with this one. They know who they're targeting with this one.
Oh, is that supposed to be the queen from Wonderland? Or
Which
well,
one?
in this case, King.
Oh
The
yeah,
one
that's the
next
queen.
to
Yeah, that's the queen. Now I don't know if I don't know if that was the girl or that was the dude.
could be
That's the only
could
one.
be a trap. Could be a trap.
That could definitely be a very very well thought out trap. A very
Because they have the curves of a woman. They have the looks like they're the curves of the woman.
they do, and the face is, but you can't in anime. You can't just go by the face. Like
I know
that's
you
that's
can't.
that's just your biggest fault. But yeah, I expect that this is going to be popular because I feel like all the anime fangirls are just going to have hover over to it because it's
Oh
like Disney
wait,
put it
hold on.
like
Wait, I
podcast.
think there's a better picture of it. Let me see if I can bring this down. Stop. Google is acting. Google
You
don't
know,
want me to look at it. Google literally took me to a different page where I'm trying to click it.
it's like nah, this isn't for you right now.
I want to see. Oh wait, that is a
But yeah,
guy. That is a guy. It
it is a
is a
guy.
guy.
So
It
from what
is
I
a
can
guy.
see, you have Maleficent, you have Cruella,
Oh,
you have Hades, you have
hey,
the Queen from
hey boy,
Wonderland.
hey.
I am not too sure about the first three. I want to say, oh,
Who
this
is
is
it?
definitely Scar.
Aladdin?
This is definitely Scar. No, it's villains. So that can't be
Yeah,
Aladdin.
I mean,
So
well, the
that could be
Jafar from
Jafar.
Aladdin.
That could
No,
be Jafar.
wait. Oh, the
I know
second
this
dude
is
is
Scar. I
Scar.
know this. Yeah,
The
the dude
second
with
dude.
that's Scar. That's hundred
Yeah, he's
percent Scar.
Scar.
The first
Who's
one,
the
I'm not sure.
first person? I can't tell who the hell is this first person. Who are
I
you?
100% can't tell.
Ooh, Scar looking kind of good.
No, Scar's gonna be popular. I
Who's
can
this
look at this and I
person?
can already pick out. I can
Who?
already see the fan art and the cosplayers like
I'm
instantly.
trying to
I can
figure
see it.
out who is this person next to Scar.
Scar and
Who's in between Scar and
what's that?
Maleficent?
Scar and Maleficent.
Yeah,
I
is that
think that's
supposed?
Jafar. Personally, I think that may be Jafar.
No, not between Scar and Maleficent.
You don't think so?
They look like they're wearing Chinese, so that looks like a Chinese type thing. So could it be it can't be Homeboy from
It can't
Mulan.
be. It definitely can't be. Without a doubt.
Who the hell are you then? Who
I don't
is
know. I
this?
guess we'll find out at some other
They
time.
need to
But
give me like single character pictures. I need to find out.
we have to look for the game. The really discover, or they could be original. Who
Who are
knows? I don't
you?
know. But those other ones, they're
What are
definitely
your what
Disney
is your
villains.
name? What is your
This is
name?
gonna have anime
Oh yeah, look
anime
like the
theme
guy
that's
on
on
the
it for the
end.
first
Look like
one.
the guy on the end is Javar or supposed to be Javar.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like because like I see a picture of him
Oh,
sitting
the
on a
first one.
throne. Yeah, I see him sitting on. I see a picture of him sitting on a throne with a scepter. So that looks kind of
I
Javarish.
feel like we have to unmask this mystery. I feel
I
like we do
know we have to.
unmask this mystery.
Like,
So
what is this?
we're
Like, I might actually download the game and play. Good God, another game for me to play.
I actually thought about downloading it. I now that I have my new PC, I thought about downloading Genshin Impact again. I don't know if I'm ready
You
to
should play it. Like,
have my life absorbed again into the anime waifu lifestyle. into the anime
Be-
waifu fray again.
because
Like,
now I'm also
big on-
addicted to Cookie Run
what
Kingdom.
is Cookie Run Kingdom?
It is a game of like it's a gotcha game with cookies fighting evil cakes.
This is wild. And it's a gacha game.
It is a
That's
gotcha game.
super wild, April.
I've already
I
just like
want you to know.
I've spent money on this. I don't know
That
why.
is crazy. You are playing a cookie fighting game. I want you to realize this. I
It's
want you to
been so
realize.
cute. It's so
You, you,
cute.
you require help. The gacha game series has me.
I know,
They have you
I
in the
I
clutches.
know, I need. And like, there's also a Harry Potter gotcha game coming out, but like, it's only out in China and Taiwan.
Now, see, I would play that just
It's very
because
good. It's
I
very
am
good. It's very
huge
good.
Harry Potter
It's very good. Like, I downloaded the Taiwanese version.
fan.
That's good. It's good.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
understand much
So
of
enough
what's
like
going
that.
on,
Oh,
but
okay. It
I don't
doesn't.
know how I'm fighting and I'm winning. Somehow I'm winning. But there's a Discord. There's a Discord that helps you navigate your way through it.
Okay, that's cool. All right. Now, see, I found some stuff. Apparently, they don't have the actual villain names. Their names aren't the villains. I guess they're just designed after them. But clearly, we can see who the model, the base model was supposed to be. The seven. Yeah. So they're
Who
not
is this
actual. The dude
person?
that looks like Scar isn't actually Scar, but we can definitely tell like he
Yeah,
was
but
supposed to be Scar.
we know it's Scar.
Yeah, Scar. Yeah.
Scar.
All right. This is gonna have to be yeah. This is gonna have to be a personal a
This have to
personal
be yeah, a
yeah
personal
YouTube
investigation.
because I need to know now. I need to know now. But oh, but the rest of yeah, there are more. We didn't play
Yeah,
the rest of
there are
them.
two other. They like Disney's bringing over two
Three
other
others, I think.
animes.
Three
Yeah,
others,
two
I
or
think.
three others. Are they bringing Black Rock? I think are they bringing a Black Rock Shooter or Star Shooter? I think that's what it's called.
I know there's Johan Time Machine Blues. There's okay
Yeah,
summertime rendering
is it
and
Black Star
yeah, Black
Shooter?
Rooter Show. Yeah, Black Rock Shooter Dawn
Yeah,
Fall.
that what I've
I
been
have no
waiting for ages for because I think they had
really.
like yeah, a long time ago. They released like two episodes long time ago. I can't remember. I don't think the episodes were like full episode length, but it was really good.
So what
And then
happened to it?
we never heard from it again.
So they just like they just like we're just not gonna make it anymore.
It's just
Did it
like
just like
Aang.
canceled,
It's just like Aang when the world needed him most.
just disappeared? But I mean, it looks cool though. Like I this is definitely something different for Disney. Because it doesn't look. I mean, obviously, it doesn't look like anything else they have on their
Yeah.
streaming site. But this
I mean,
looks
because
this looks
I
dope.
think it's made by a studio. And I think Disney just did a Netflix and was like, "Hey, we want this anime on our streaming program, on our
True.
streaming service."
So are these original or like some of these from manga base? Because I'm not familiar. So it's like the structured one.
Black Rock Shooter is not Disney. I know that.
Well, none of these are actually Disney outside of Twisted Wonderland.
Yeah.
Like these are different properties to just bring into their site. Which I mean, in essence, it makes sense because Disney, for those who don't know, have the right to Studio Ghibli.
What?
I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
mistaken.
that's
Am I
right.
not mistaken?
They did release something. They
Yeah.
have
So I can kind of see Disney like now that they do it, I can kind of see them like pulling the Studio Ghibli catalog and being like, "Hey, we're bringing this over here because we kind
yeah.
of have these
And plus, like
rights."
they're probably seeing how the anime industry is kicking up, like especially now.
Yeah, that's the same thing I said. It's like oh, um, anime industry is like becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, especially in the mediums, different medias now, especially on Netflix. You see
Mm-hmm.
Netflix taking it very
Not
much
doing that. Netflix not really executing it properly.
I know. I mean, right now they're supposed to have the weekly releases, but right now they're
But they're
two or
too
three episodes
well
behind.
with blue period. They're like 3 episodes behind,
Uh,
and well,
oh
Comey
boy,
Sun
it's
hasn't
about
even started yet. So
which I think is going to be 3 episodes behind as well.
because I think they said
Like
Comey might be coming on the 20th. I believe that's what Netflix said.
the 20th of this month, so it's probably going to be 3 episodes behind as well.
Yeah,
And
2 episodes behind. Yeah.
and then they also have intentions to bring the JoJo series to it in
Oh
December,
yeah.
which is going to be interesting because like They said something about it being once a month. That was very weird. So I don't
Once
know
a
if they.
month?
I don't know.
Jesus.
I don't know if it's like they have the first half or first few episodes this month, and then the next few episodes next month.
Oh.
Because
Oh, like,
like how they do
okay.
with Shaman King and Eden Zero stuff like that, they release
I
to
think
the
they did that
network,
with
but they only have like so many episodes for the season.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Did
may
they do
be
that
like
with
that.
Carol and Tuesday? I think they did that with Carol and Tuesday.
I thought
Or
they
did they?
released all of Carol and Tuesday. I
I
don't
think
think they
they
did it with Carol and Tuesday.
I think they released the first half of Carol and Tuesday because everyone was saying, "Oh well, I finished Carol and Tuesday," but then it was still going on.
Uh-huh.
It was still being
Oh,
released, and then I think
oh
like
yeah.
a week. I think
Uh-huh.
after the second half of the first season ended,
Uh-huh.
then Netflix brought it on. I don't know. Maybe that's what Netflix. I think that's what Netflix
Mm.
did. I think that's what they did.
After that. Okay, but I
Yeah.
mean, oh, okay, but I definitely know like that could definitely be the route they're going with that one. 100%. So, but yeah, Disney. What do you? I mean, what do you think initially? Like, do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a
I'm
bad thing?
scared.
Oh wow, that was great. I mean, that seems to be the general
Cause
feeling from a lot of people.
because I don't really want Disney to get their hands on, especially get rights on anime, especially if it's
Uh,
good anime. Cause like
yeah.
Disney will forever lock that behind Disney
Oh, without a
Plus.
doubt. Without a
And then
doubt.
Disney
You,
actually has the power and money to actually destroy any third party leaker who leaks it online.
yeah, you're
They'll
gonna get flagged.
destroy the fan uploads and
You're gonna get
third
flagged. Yeah, you're gonna get flagged heavily.
yes, the Grand Line will not be safe
Safe. It definitely
anymore.
will, without a doubt. I pray for Go Anime safety. I pray,
I
please.
know.
I pray for them. I pray for them. But since we mentioned the Grand Line, in other news as well, One Piece is celebrating 1,000 episodes.
I
A
see
thousand
it. And
episodes
I'm
this week.
still not going to catch up or watch it.
You, wow, wow. What else you got to do, April? Like
That
really,
is
like,
a lot.
but it's so
It's a
simple. Like
lot.
it's so.
I will
All
have to
you have
watch
to do, right?
it from episode
Break
one
it down into
again.
arcs. That's
No.
fine. Just take your time. Like
1,000 episodes.
5 episodes a day, you'll be
1,000.
shocked how fast that goes by. Just think about arcs. Arcs. Sorry, just think about arcs.
Listen,
5 episodes.
I'm watching like 5 episodes a day now with the fall lineup.
What's another 5? What's another?
You want me
Listen,
to watch
what's
10
another 5?
episodes a day?
What you mean?
Listen, I'm gonna quote Vicky on
If you,
this.
all
I'm gonna quote Vicky
right,
on this.
what did Vicky say?
I have a job and other responsibilities.
So what you saying about everyone
For
else who
me,
watches One Piece?
listen, those who are
All right,
watching
all
One
right, all
Piece
right, all right.
who are probably caught up with
Uh,
One
mm,
Piece,
mm.
I congratulate y'all. I have respect for y'all who caught up with the 1,000+ episodes. This is me who kept up in Naruto until Boruto came along. So I mean, but I still
I
think
mean, it still
One
wasn't
Piece
a
has
thousand.
more episodes.
It does.
Wait, does One Piece have? Yeah, One Piece
It
still has
does.
more episodes than
One Piece has
Naruto combined.
over 1,000 chapters, and now we'll have 1,000 episodes. Yeah, yeah.
I can't do that to myself. I can't.
No, but I
The
mean,
only
okay.
way I can watch One Piece if I have
Uh,
nothing to watch. If I have nothing to watch and I could
I mean, fair.
actually keep time to watch One
Hey,
Piece.
like I always say, if you start it, like you even just a one episode a day, like once if you start it, like it's no rush. It's no rush to complete it. There's no rush to catch up. The anime is always gonna be.
I like to catch
All
up.
jokes is yeah. All jokes aside, though, I understand One Piece can be a daunting thing to do. Like especially if you're just looking
I
at the
know.
episodes, especially now that it has 1,000 episodes, which is amazing in and of
Especially
itself.
if you are a new
Um,
up and comer
uh,
anime person who's
yeah,
getting into anime,
yeah,
like
yeah.
looking
One
like
Piece could be a lot. I mean, it could, but it's possible. But it's
I'm a veteran.
possible.
I
It's
find that
possible. Yeah.
it's possible. Like, but
Yes.
I'm a veteran. I find that daunting to
Oh yeah,
watch.
without a doubt.
Jesus.
Yeah. So for us who were able to catch One Piece when it was more manageable, well, I won't say more manageable, but it was lesser
Yeah.
episodes and chapters, and now up to date, like yeah, we have it easy. But like I said, it's manageable. If you
Mhm.
ever want to do it, don't let the episodes deter you. Like give it a try, and if it's not for you, then not for you. But definitely don't let that because it's possible. Like there's no rush for
I'll
One Piece.
try.
Because I mean, I don't think Oda has plans to edit it in that. So,
I
but
might
it's
have
like,
to watch some of that. I might have to watch some of that in dub.
yeah, imagine the people who rewatch One Piece.
Yeah, I saw someone on
Honestly,
Twitter. I saw
mm-hmm.
someone on Twitter said, "Oh, I have caught up with One Piece. And I'm going to rewatch it from episode one." Everyone was just
Now
looking at
that
them like,
that is dedication. You are a fan. For all the
"You
people who
have nothing to
rewatch
do.
or reread One Piece, you are a mega fan. I
You
salute you.
have
I
nothing
salute
to
you.
do with
I
your life.
salute you.
To
Because
like, are you
I like,
okay?
yeah, I like One Piece, but I like
No,
it's gonna be a complete rewatch. It's just gonna be I'm just gonna watch certain arcs or probably watch certain episodes. But I salute you guys. You
yes,
guys are
because I will
you guys are
never. I don't know. No matter how much I like Naruto, I will never go back and watch it. I will never go back and
I would
watch
always
it.
rewatch. I would always watch Naruto. At least I
I
would
probably
watch
might
my favorite
rewatch
scenes
certain
and
episodes,
arcs,
yeah.
yeah, fights and stuff like that.
But
I
I
like to.
will never. Same thing with Inuyasha. I tried rewatching Inuyasha because of
Oh yeah,
Yashahime. Yeah, Yashahime was
Yashime.
coming. Yeah,
All right.
when it was coming, I said, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna rewatch all of Inuyasha," and then I realized how much episodes of Inuyasha there was, and I was watching it. I was watching it, and I just was like,
Hey,
I
listen.
can't.
Anime watchers of the day of today have no idea of like what we
Y'all
actually do back
don't.
then.
Y'all
Like
don't.
anime episodes used to come out 50 tops.
Mhm.
50 tops. The
Yeah.
least you would get is 12. There was no middle ground between 24. It's either 12 episodes
Yeah.
or
Or
episodes.
50 over
Maybe 30
100.
and 30 in that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like continuous animes, like before we really got into like seasonal animes,
Yeah.
like
That is
yeah, like
something
that
like
was that was
we used to watch like the big animes that had the like long ass episodes. I mean like the long episode count. Like they don't do that no more. I just realized that everything is broken down into seasons.
which even if you think about it, I mean, sure we had less to do back then, but it's like you gotta run like for real. Like I remember running through 50 episodes of
Yeah.
History of Strongest Disciple, Kenichi. I remember running through the entire Soul Society arc of Bleach, like very
Yeah.
quickly. Like I had a time just like, okay, if I started watching this now,
Yeah, because
by
like we
this
were
by this
younger.
time, I'd have watched this many. I could do this, and
we
then go
were
to
we were
bed.
we were younger. We were younger. We didn't had much to
It's
do,
true. It's
so
true.
we could binge. But now we're
That's what I'm saying.
adults.
That's what I'm saying.
We're
Especially
adults.
like for you guys
We
who don't have
can't.
anything to do, try One Piece. You can do it.
Yeah,
See, I'm
if
promoting.
you have nothing to do, go watch One Piece. It is a great anime. It's just that I will never have the time to watch it. I
See,
don't
One
see
Piece
myself.
fans. You can't ever said I haven't promoted One Piece on the board. I haven't tried. I'm trying. Trying. You know, get more people into the fray. And more news though. Back to movie wise, The Violet Evergarden. I've released this
I
movie on
haven't
Netflix.
watched it yet. I've
Yeah,
seen it. I haven't watched it. Was it good? It was good.
it's very emotional too.
Ooh, ooh.
I think we should do
I'm
that
gonna have
instead
to
of.
watch it.
I've been thinking about it.
I
I
probably
feel like we
might
should.
watch it. I probably might watch it after we are done here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Conversation.
That might
No,
be that might I might watch that while I eat my dinner. That's probably like
That's a
I'll
right there.
cry over my
Oh,
pasta.
oh my god. Pasta. You want to soak a pasta though. But yeah, but I yeah, it's really good. I definitely hear it's good.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I can't wait to watch that. I like this Brian Never Got It. I like it a lot. I like it a whole
Yeah, I really like it.
lot.
Get some
Uh
product.
I don't think there's anything. Oh, my year is going on break. Manga wise, some manga news for you
I hope
guys.
Horikoshi is okay. Horikoshi's been taking a lot of breaks
He's
too.
doing the Horikoshi thing to whereas when something big happens in the manga, I can almost always expect that this man is going to take without a doubt.
I just think that he
Without a doubt.
probably just put a lot of energy into like these big chapters, and
Yeah, I
then
think he does too.
he's like, okay, I'm gonna go now. But then how this is like where this chapter ended, like nothing, like the fight hasn't really started yet.
And that's what exactly, and that's what always happens when it's like a big cliffhanger, like an expectation for what's to come next. Oh my god, I can't wait. We're going on a break,
He probably
and
needs
it's
2 weeks.
always like I gotta do some
He probably
research.
needs 2 weeks. He probably needs
Right.
2 weeks to do that. Because looking at Shigaraki, like, well, Shigaraki is like, I don't want to spoil, but like the
A lot is
Shigaraki's
happening.
condition.
Yeah, a lot is
It's gonna
happening.
be a lot that needs to get drawn.
I just want
If
to say
I thinking about,
we got introduced to a new character in this chapter.
I know,
That quirk is OP.
I know,
That quirk is serious.
that is
Like
insane.
she did something. I don't want to spoil it, but I was like,
I want, like,
oh,
I kind of want that quirk
okay.
now. I kind of want that.
No, listen, Shiggy can't get that quirk.
I
That's a
see why.
problem if he gets that quirk.
I
I'm
know
sorry.
it's
I
a
don't
scary problem.
listen. Deku got multiple quirks, but I'm just gonna say I don't know what he can do.
No,
I
but
don't know what he can do.
because if you look at it, like if he does get that quirk, he could bypass the whole law about one for all has to be willingly given. Because
Oh
yes,
my
yes,
god!
because because like how her quirk
Ooh!
works, you see it,
Everybody
right?
doesn't know. I didn't think about that.
You see it,
That
right? You see
makes
how scary.
sense.
That's why he keeps saying that he has to get that quirk.
Yeah. Oh my god, that makes sense.
Cause like how it's
That
just so
makes
hard.
sense.
We can't really spoil it
Yo, I didn't
because
even
like
think about
it's
that.
because
Yeah.
like it's so far
Uh,
into it's
yeah,
so
it is.
far into the manga,
Yeah.
so we can't really spoil it. But like how
Or
her quirk works, it's very interesting and very scary.
just think, just to give you an idea, just think that if you were able to reroute the way everything that you touch worked
Yeah,
just by your own
you
description, you
get to
can make
change
anything.
rules of that said thing
Yeah,
that you
like I
touch.
can touch this barrel and just make it walk. Like just to simplify it. Like, and
Yes.
I do mean anything, anything.
Cause like
That's
technically it could be like touch. You could touch that. Oh my gosh, you touch that and be like one for all could be forcefully taken.
right. Or you can even stop the other quirks in it. Like one
Yeah,
fall only can activate one quirk.
or it could be like Izuku will give me one for all.
My God!
Could you imagine?
Oh,
Oh my
Hori
god,
gotta
could you
stop.
imagine that scene?
Hori gotta stop.
Oh god,
Yo,
Horikoshi.
Shigaraki only got
Horikoshi.
away. This episode, he only got away because of technicality. Hori
Yeah,
gotta stop.
Horikoshi's it's good.
I don't know.
I know, right?
Yeah, Mayu it's been on another level. The Mayu, it's been on another level. I can't even.
Yes. Oh my
I
god, I
can't.
cannot wait until season 6. Oh my
Sam. I need that now. I need that now. But
Oh, anime onlys, y'all don't know what's coming. Oh,
listen.
wars. I mean,
No,
I
y'all don't
mean,
know. I mean, y'all know. Y'all know, but
they
y'all
know.
don't
We've
know.
been talking about
Yeah,
everyone been talking about the war arc since, but a storm is coming for
yeah,
y'all.
y'all know, but y'all don't know. That's the thing. But
A
and
storm
I
is
knew
coming.
this is not quite anime news, but I'm just gonna talk about it because they're being done in a very anime X style, so I think it's very cool. Yesterday DC had its conference fandom and I think 2 days. Well, not one, but one in particular,
Oh, it's just
Catwoman.
Comic Con.
No, it's not Comic Con, but DC has their like own ass presentation. I just want to
Oh,
mention
okay.
this because it just, like I thought the animation looked very anime esque and it's like very anime inspired. So I was like, well, I'm mention it. Catwoman is getting its own animated film, and that's
Ooh.
very anime inspired art style going forward, and
Ooh.
even like the look of it, the storytelling and stuff like that. So I think that's
I
really
like
cool.
Catwoman.
Yeah, so definitely look out for that.
One of my favorite
Oh yeah.
Batman characters.
Oh really? Okay.
Gosh, I
Cool.
really need to watch Batman again. I love Batman. Batman is my favorite
Oh,
DC.
you'd be happy to know that they have a new series coming based on the Batman animated series, but in the creator's own words, it's more Batman the animated series than Batman the animated series. So
Yes,
essentially,
like the old
it's
school
it's
Batman
it's
animated series.
darker, it's more violent. He's able to do things that he
Yes,
wasn't able to do back then with
I like it.
cartoon television. So
Because
yeah, you
even
can have
the cartoon was like dark, like
yeah, it was
the
gonna be
very
darker.
the one the anime series that came out in the 90s. Jeez,
Uh,
oh,
yeah, so it's gonna be darker.
that was
So
so
there's
good.
that. It was. We all
Oh,
like Batman animated series. We did.
my
We did.
Batman's coming back.
But yeah, I guess that's it for the news wise for that. So
Yes.
I think we can dissolve into some
Hmm.
episodes this week.
I do not know what to talk about. There's so many. What
You don't know
came
where to
out?
start.
I don't know where to
But
start.
you're the one that's watching 20 animes this season so far. I
I'm
haven't
watching
gotten
it.
that much. I have plans. I have a good much. I just haven't gotten to everything yet. But I mean, before we get in that, this season, like, what are your thoughts so far this season?
Of the
In
season.
regards
Oh gosh, this season it's pretty good. The season is going pretty good. Like it's a lot. When I say it's a lot, because like I never had like 22. Like yeah, I have 22. I have 22 episodes, 22 animes on my list currently
I'm
watching for the fall.
interested in
And yeah, like, and Omar has like what 30. So he
40
claims 40.
something. Well, see, here's the difference. And Amara's not here, but that's fine, right? Here's the difference. We'd probably find 20 things like animes we're interested in, or just animes in general from that season we're interested in. Omar's
Yeah.
goal is to watch everything from that season, even if he's not here.
Yeah, it's
Which
I
is
don't
fair.
know why Omar does that.
I mean, it brings versatility, I guess. It brings you let you probably see certain things or watch certain stuff that you may not always watch, just to get over
Yeah.
your comfort zone. I may try it with a few, but yeah, I just
Yeah.
not now. But my biggest takeaway so far from this season, if I had to take anything, the endings are really good. I
I
don't know what it is.
know.
The
Yes.
openings and endings for the season is really
They are
good.
very good.
Um,
Oh gosh. Like for the fall
even
anime awards, it's gonna be a pain in my ass to
very true.
organize. It's gonna be a pain in my
The
ass to
Even
organize.
the OST is like has been on
Yeah,
point. Yep, like
going very
this season
good.
has been a tough one. Like this season has been all like you. I can't see you not being able to say you found like a lot of stuff that you can watch if you have the time.
Yeah.
Like it's just that it's good. It's just that
There's something for everybody this season.
yeah, by
There's
far,
something for everybody this
by
season.
far.
You have your little horror thing going on with
You watched that Miracle Chan, right?
yes.
I have to watch
It's
that. I have to get
very
to that.
good. It's very it's like
I heard.
at first I thought it was just like, something like a weird slice of life comedy with some fan service, but
That's
they'll
some horror mixed in.
yeah, with some horror mix, like fan service mixed with horror. That's what I thought it was gonna be.
Hmm.
But looks like this episode, what came out this week, like they toned down on it and they focus more on plot with a little dash of comedy, but like mostly plot. And they were very serious this episode because
Oh,
she bought prayer beads, and the like it was working on the lower level spirits or non-stronger spirits, but she came across this big spirit, and like her beads broke, and they went to see a fortune teller. And at first, like, the fortune teller was doing that whole fake fortune telling bullshit,
uh,
but then she realized, oh, this girl has the sight, and she says, and like she saw the beads break, and she saw like why the beads broke. So she says, I'm not gonna be a bad person. I'm gonna actually help this girl and the beads. Like she bought like she this powerful prayer beads, but still didn't work.
oh, okay. So she's a Ghostbuster. So she's actually trying to like. Cause I haven't watched it yet. She's actually
It's like
trying to like
she's trying to
exercise.
well, no, she's not trying to exercise the ghosts. She's trying to find a way to stop seeing them, or at least keep them away from her. Because
I
like
guess that's where the comedy aspects come in.
because like the whole gimmick of it is that like a ghost will come and like she'll try her hardest not to notice it.
Hmm.
Because I don't think she doesn't want the spirits to know that she know that she sees them. Because like
Okay.
they're like this like the first scene was when she the first time she saw a ghost. She was waiting for the bus to come, and the ghost came up in her face, say, "Do you see me? Do you see me? Can you see me? Let me know if you could see me. Can you see me?"
As he's
And
trying to them.
she went on her phone. She says, "Oh, like what's so and so texting me? I need to let her know them." And then when the ghost leaves, she is terrified that what just happened. So it's that whole gimmick of her avoiding the spirits. But I have a theory. Maybe she should let them know that she could see them, and maybe they might need help, and maybe she needs to help them.
I mean, that
Maybe.
seems to be the case if they're asking, "Can you see me?" and stuff, and he has the power to see them. Like I assume no one else yet that we
Because
know can do it.
it reminds me of this fan fiction that I read.
There we go.
Well, I don't. Well,
Fan
I don't.
fiction time.
I don't read like it's finished. The fan fiction is finished. It's a My Hero Academia fan fiction. It's a very good My Hero Academia fan fiction. It's called Yesterday Under the Stair, and it's about like Izuku. Izuku has a quirk to see spirits, and at first like he was
Welcome to
afraid.
the stream Prime.
Hi, welcome, Godly Prime. But yeah. But anyway, the fan fiction was about like it's about Izuku. He had powers to see the dead, and like he used to ignore them, and then he decided to talk to them, and he decided that hey, these spirits need help, and so he helps them. Some of them are not friendly, but it's a good anime. I mean, not good. No, it's a good fan
Fan
fiction.
fiction, fan fiction. No, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm
Yeah,
sure. Okay. Okay. Cool.
but it's pretty good.
I gotta check in Miracle out after this podcast.
And like I know we've made fun of the soul fucking
Anime.
anime last week.
Yeah.
I think it's called a tricolored window or
Yeah.
some. I think it's
The
called
Tricon
tricolored.
window. Yeah. The
Yeah,
Tricon.
this episode was very interesting. This is like
Oh, really?
I was actually paying attention. I was actually invested with what was going on, and because like a lot, I do not trust the blonde. I never trusted the blonde dude because like looks like more people that they encounter,
Uh,
they say, "Why do you have a bond on Kosuke? Why do you have a like Kosuke is the guy with the glasses?" They say, "Why do you have a bond on him?" And it feels like it's getting more like unsettling because like there was a time like they were in the restaurant this episode, and then Kosuke started to feel faint because the blonde guy was doing something to him, and then before Kosuke like not like faint or something, you could see the blonde guy like taking something out of his mouth. I was like,
oh,
"What
really?
are you doing? What are you doing?" I don't know,
What
but
did he take with his mom?
yeah, I don't know, and
Considering
it's
the anime this is, I have to ask very carefully.
Rafa.
Considering the anime that this is, I have to ask very carefully. What did he take with his mom?
Oh, like it was this black mist thing. What he took out of his
Oh,
mouth.
okay.
I don't know if it could be a curse or something, because Kosuke also asked his mother this week like, "What was my dad like?" And she didn't give him much answers about that, which
Okay.
makes it very interesting because the father is not there, and maybe he inherited this thing from his father, and maybe his history or his ancestry could be the reason why blonde guy is all possessive of him, because like plenty of people keep telling Kosuke to not hang out with the blonde guy, and for some reason Kosuke is still being close to
I hang
this guy. It's
out with the blonde guy.
but like this ghost and spiritual aspect of it is also pretty good. Like they went to this guy's house because his girlfriend was freaking out. I
Hmm.
discovered that the his girlfriend had a very possessive mother, and she was been avoiding her mother, and she was talking about like how her mother always used to call every hour, used to ring her doorbell around 3 o'clock in the morning, and they found that her mother cursed her, and so that's why she was being feeling all this anxiety and fear because like they were getting married and she didn't tell her mother anything about it. It's very good. Like it's tricolor window is actually pretty interesting once after you, because I think like they stopped doing the whole exaggerated, "Oh, I'm gonna go inside, I'm gonna go very slowly" type thing, because they didn't do that this time. They didn't do it this episode, which
Yeah.
made me think, which probably why I enjoyed it more than the other two.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
that was your thing, though. I thought that was like,
I thought it was gonna be a thing that they was gonna do every episode. Oh boy, we're gonna fuck each other every episode. I thought that was gonna be it, but it isn't. At least not this episode.
say at least it's not this episode. I mean, at least it seems like there's an actual story building in this anime,
Yeah,
for the most part. And what's going on? I mean, it's good now.
yeah,
It's definitely different from a lot of things that I've seen or heard about. So yeah,
yeah.
I've not started yet, but
Give
I
it
mean,
a
if you
watch. Like
see, I'll give it a try. I
it's
give it a good.
very unsettling. Like after you look past all of the bullshit, it becomes very unsettling. It becomes very
How
unsettling to watch.
and selling in which way?
Because like you feel, because like this blonde guy, like you could feel like he has like some ulterior motives, and the way he controls Kosuke and he becomes very possessive of him,
Uh-huh.
Like at first you're like, so you put he's being the possessive boyfriend, but no, it feels like he has some very dark motives because like he really wants Kosuke, and he I don't think it's just
Mm,
for a romantic thing. It's just that he really wants him for something, and he does these. It's so disturbing how he just gets get controls Kosuke sometimes. Like Kosuke just be faint, like his energy is just be gone, and he's just have this huge, like what is the word? Oppressing, probably this oppressing aura around him. Ugh. It's like someone get Kosuke an adult, please.
uh, he just needs a hug. That's all it sounds like.
he
He just
need
needs a hug.
it's yeah,
Not the kind of hug he wants to give him, but just
yeah.
a proper hug.
Just someone help Kosuke, please.
But now in more what came out this week, I wanted to talk about Mob Love, which I've been
Oh,
enjoying very,
I
very interesting.
haven't I haven't
Um,
watched it yet.
oh, and for the people, didn't even tell the people. This even showing more of like how good this anime season has been, has you watching mechas that you usually don't do.
I know.
And Mob Love being one of those. For those who don't know, again, like Mob Love was the series that Ishiyama, the creator for Attack on Titan, uh, got inspired from to actually create Attack on Titan. Now, if you watch, like, because there's 2 episodes out now, if you watch it, you will immediately, and I mean immediately, recognize where the influence came
Really?
from. Yeah, like from episode 1, the influences like pop out at you, just like, oh yeah, Attack on Titan, definitely. Oh yeah, yeah. So it's like essentially the Titans in this world are the better, but are essentially aliens
Mm.
that came from outer space that they have to fight, and then they use their mechas to fight back against the aliens, which in this case would get the humanoid Titans fighting yes back against the Titan. No, for real. And then you have separated parts of Japan, isolated, in more of like the same in Ask of where Attack on Titan had the
Or like
wall,
the walls.
right, the civilians again, and you had it where like, and this scene is where I like really point us like, oh yeah, without a doubt, the scene is so similar. They killed in the first episode, they killed one of the aliens. He landed on the wall and he broke through the wall in the same vein. I won't say the exact same vein, but it was in like the same concept of when
Oh.
the colossal titan broke down the wall to Aaron's home, and then all the titans just started swarming in. So when the wall broke down, all the aliens started swarming in, and of course, as you can imagine, chaos ensued. People died. It was like, yeah, the influence is heavy. It's really good. I like it. Um, it's apparently though, because there are different. I want to say more different variations of Love Love, like story wise.
Mm-hmm.
I think the anime is picking up from the last part because our protagonist has, or at least we'll find out how, the ability to, whereas he was transported from his universe into a different universe now,
Oh.
right? To whereas,
Interesting.
but originally in his universe, and I'm recalling the first 2 episodes. Originally in his universe, the brother didn't exist. He just had a normal school life, normal life, and then he transported this universe to where now different things happen. So essentially, he's trying to prevent the destruction of humankind because I forgot how much it was, but it was like probably some thousand or so went up into space. Humans traveled up into space and left like over 7 billion humans on Earth to fend for themselves against the beta, and they had to fight back. So he's trying to prevent that from
Mm-hmm.
the alternative 5 from happening. Hence, Love
Oh.
alternative. Right, but
Wow.
even though they skip like, I guess you get parts, it makes sense, and I like it, and I like the way they did it because we were introduced to the protagonist already, with his goals set, his mission already clear. We don't have to wait for him to like get strong or like to get, because even like in this we could tell in his previous lives, he didn't have like the stamina because it's very army esque. So it's like if you combined Attack on Titan and Ever in a sense, but
Uh-huh.
he is much more. He has already all the military knowledge already equipped with him. So where it pretty much
Oh,
is going through his journey to see how he prevents this calamity from happening. So, and I appreciate that because it kind of like takes us
guess
away from seeing so much of the fluff, and we
yeah,
get like right to
guess
it.
right into the action and the plot.
Right, and this part definitely seems where most of the meat of it is, and where a lot of the story happens, so we can like have a clear idea of the protagonist. We don't have to go through. Also, honestly, we don't have to go through to him failing the first time and him getting transported back, and then have him go through the same scenarios again to feel it. So
Yeah.
it works out in the end, but it's really good, really really good. I like the
Okay,
characters.
I will give it a look.
Yeah, I
Okay,
love the
that'll be.
characters. The
I guess
story
it'll
is
be
really good.
anime number 23.
There you go. There you go. But I definitely recommend like for people who like Attack on Titan, and I'm shocked. I'm honestly shocked that I haven't heard much more about it now because again, like this is where essentially Attack on Titan came from. Like it's really
Oh,
good.
okay.
It's really good. Like so, anyone who likes Attack on Titan, I would definitely recommend this. 100%. I don't think much people still know like this. This is Attack on Titan's formula, but yeah, it's really good.
I guess they
It's
probably
really really
see it as maybe another mecha, probably,
it
and then
probably could, but hey, listen, just
because like
this,
we
just
are we have a little we have
listen,
some mechas
listen,
this season.
listen. If anything, this 100%
Should watch.
solidifies what I have been saying for months. Attack on Titan is low key a mecha. No one can tell me anything anymore. Anyone who does not like America has been watching Attack on Titan. There you go. You're welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're
Javon, you
welcome.
win.
You're
You
welcome.
win. You
But no,
win.
but it's cool. It's really good. I would definitely recommend. It's good. Really, really, really enjoyable.
I will give it a look. See.
Yes, definitely give it a look. Definitely, definitely. Um, it more. I don't know. If, well, I don't know. I don't think Platinum. Did episode 2 of Platinum come out? I don't
Yeah,
know.
episode 2 did come out. I
Okay,
did talk
I watched it.
about it. I think we talked about me and Omar talked about it in the group.
Ah,
Uh, like
what's it?
Platinum M keeps doing these things that slightly like irritates me.
Really? What's
But
that?
yeah,
What's up?
episode 2 is fine because like it started with oh gosh, what's the name of our protagonist? I can't remember our name.
I don't remember names yet. Give me
But
another week.
yeah, the MC
So
and
like
his angel, like the MC and his angel, like they were like, I think like he was focusing on high school and wanting to go to high school, and like he was still like stuck in his room because he talked about like how there, like because like you remember like because like last episode they talked about how there are 12 people fighting to become the next god, and that kind of
right.
yeah,
And who
it's
have similar powers to him, teenage ability.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like that kind of like scared him because he says he doesn't want to die because because like he won't find his happiness if he's killed, and so he's
So he's a
been
bit of a pacifist then.
yeah
At least until he come up. I haven't watched it in a while.
yeah
I'm getting the feeling he's a bit of a
he's been
pacifist.
stuck in the bed like in this hotel room where he's rented out, and
Because of what happened last.
and then on the outside of what's going on you have like he was watching TV and he saw this guy who had a bunch of girlfriends, and and then he saw an angel standing behind him, and and then he realized, oh, that's another candidate who was fighting with God, and like that was the same person who got killed in the
Oh,
back of the car last in the end of the first episode. And we found out who killed him was this guy who was, I call him almost like Ida because he dressed in full armor. I can't remember the term,
oh
but
yeah, I did
Omar
remember. You did
used.
mention
Yeah.
that. Yes, yes, you did. You did.
Yeah, and like he was a masked guy, and like he was doing this off of justice, and he says, like he was going around like a superhero, and then I think, and then like there was a robbery, and he killed the robbers, and also our MC was also out shopping because MC decided, hey, well, I'm not gonna stay inside because I can't find my happiness being stuck inside either. And so him and his angel, they went out, and then like the guy in armor, he said, like he did live on TV saying, oh, like the other, he said, I killed one. He said, I'm looking for the other 11, and he told his angel, fly away from me so he won't see you next to me. Like so like he's starting showing the Kira aspects. I
Mm.
keep I keep comparing this to Death Note
Yes.
because
Yeah.
it
Go ahead.
started off similarly to how Death Note started off. And I feel
Give or
like,
take. Give or
yeah,
take.
give
Give
or
or
take.
take.
And
Give or
like,
take.
I feel like he's gonna go down the same moral slippery slope like Kira did. Like, like you start off saying, okay,
True.
I can't kill every person, but then now you have the thought process. Because like Kira, like, cause, at first Kira was off, like, he wasn't all gun ho about killing
Uh,
people at first.
really,
And
I kind of disagree. I think
I
Kira
mean,
always
like
had.
but like he wasn't like so crazy about it. Like how he came to the end of Death Note.
Right, he wasn't as crazy about it, but he didn't have
He-
any reluctance to doing
Sort
so.
of,
If it
yeah.
was only
Was
because it was criminals at
yeah.
first. Then he started more so as like anyone who gets in my way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's when he started developing his god
yeah.
complex, what
That's why
Kira had.
I
Yeah.
personally I don't fully see the
Sort
mini
of.
MC for Platinum M leaning towards that Kira attribute just
I have
because
a feeling that
of
he might
of
too.
his current goals and his desire that he has stated in the first
Yeah.
episode. I can definitely see him killing out of necessity and because he has to, or
Yeah.
being in order to like get towards the goal. But I don't see like the
Yeah.
full Kira.
I'm
Uh,
starting to see, but I'm starting to see the thought process though,
okay,
because when he was looking at the guy who was using his red arrow to get a bunch of girls, like when he was watching the TV, he was like, "That is not godly. Like you shouldn't. That person should not win or should not be a god." So he started having like that thought process going,
uh,
and he also was thinking like when he watched the armored guy kill those people and like kill the criminals in the bank heist, he was saying like that's killing and that's also wrong, and so he's starting to develop this thing. And I'm thinking, like, I don't know. That's what I think. I think that he might soon just be like, okay, I'm just gonna kill people who like, or at least kill the contendants who are not what I think is
okay.
justice or whatever. But but then, like the part what pissed me off the most, well, not really pissed me off, but irritated me is that you show this armored guy wearing a mask and you're trying to figure out who he is, and he wants to kill the other people. He wants to kill the other people. So you're thinking, okay, maybe we're gonna have a little mystery for like an episode or two, trying to figure out who is this person. But then we got the reveal at the end of the episode of who this guy is in the most
Get into it.
stupid way, in a very stupid way, because MC says, I'm going to go to school, and his angel is telling him, well, maybe you shouldn't because then people will find you and they'll kill you. And he says, well, they won't know that I'm a contendant if you are not with me. So don't be with me when I go to school or when I go out in public. So RMC is starting to think strategically at the
I
moment.
like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I like
And
that.
so he was saying, like, he was looking at his uniform. No, before he talked about this, they showed the MC taking off his no, not the MC, the armored guy taking off his helmet, saying, "Okay, I'm going to kill everybody, and this is what I'm going to do. This is the justice." Like he sounds like Ela. That's why, and he feels
That's
like I
that's
feel like the
funny.
same. Yeah, I
Voice
feel like
actor.
also the same voice actor as well. That's why I say this person really sounds like Ida and has the same Ida mindset before the whole stain thing.
Hmm.
Because remember how Ida was all, I'm gonna kill you for revenge because you are a murderer and whatnot, like that
Yeah, when they
whole
had to say,
black and white. The whole black and white thing what Ida used to have with you, what Ida used to have, that's what this person has now.
All right.
And then, okay, back to the part what irritated me was that this person is also a teenager as well,
Are
same
they
age
all
as the
teenagers?
MC.
I don't say
I
all
don't
of them.
know, the same age as the MC.
See,
So
okay.
anyway, back to the MC. The MC is saying, okay, tomorrow is the entrance ceremony, and then as soon as he said that, we flash back to our armored person saying, yes, tomorrow's the entrance ceremony, and I'm going to go to school, and no one's going to know who I am because I'm a high school student. They wouldn't think that a high school student would be that. This and say no. And he's going to the same school.
I mean, of course, it's only
The
right.
same school, the same. Say, oh wow,
It would only make sense.
what a
It
shock
would
and
it wouldn't be an anime
surprise.
if people would go to the same school.
What a shock and surprise. I am so caught off guard.
Is that you being caught off guard, or is the main MC caught off guard?
It's
Which
the
one is?
main MC. But
All right.
it ended very interesting because
Uh,
he went to school and there was an angel standing
mm,
above the entrance, well flying above the entrance. And he was like, oh shit. He said, okay, I'm gonna have to pretend that I don't see him. I'm not gonna see him. I'm not gonna see it. I'm not gonna see it. All of a sudden the angel flies up in his face. And it ends with him and this angel just locking eyes.
I see you though. I see you. You don't see me. You like well, you're trying to pretend like you don't see me, but I
So
see you.
it's
All right.
episode two is pretty good.
We end on a cliffhanger for episode two.
We end on a cliffhanger. It's pretty good. I'm still I still don't like how some things that they're doing with it. Like I feel like they revealed the armored guy's identity too soon.
But why do you want it to be like withheld
I don't
longer?
know. I don't know why I want it to be a mystery. I don't know. It just felt like they showed it with a masked crusader, and so you probably had to figure out, oh, who is this masked crusader? Because maybe he might have meet some people at school, and he don't know who the. Because like maybe maybe he could say, okay, I'm going to high school, and he could just not reveal his identity. I don't know. I was just getting Beastars flashbacks. I'm sorry.
What beast? Oh god,
Just like
Beastars.
you know how
See,
you know
that's
what
different.
Beastars did. No, you
That's
know what
different.
Beastars did it.
I know.
Beastars just handed you the killer, just say here in the most lackluster way because
Uh
the killer walked up to Lugosi and be like, "Hey, well, I know that you know that I'm the killer, so what we gonna do?"
well, I feel that's different only because that was a major plot point. We just got introduced to a character. We just got to see it.
I know. I guess, but
Not
I
really that.
still like it. I still like it. It's still going on good.
Oh, me too.
Just
I'm a platinum it. But I
it's
didn't
just an
know.
episode. Just that episode two, like just ended so predictably.
Really, you saw our episode at the end of episode two coming. Is what you
Cause like
saying?
as soon as this guy said I'm a high school student, this man was like, "Oh no, let me guess, you're going to the same high school as the MC." And then the guy there says, "Yes, the entrance ceremony is tomorrow." I was like, "Oh fuck, of course you're going to the same school as the MC, of course,
I
of
mean,
course."
are we really mad? Like anime
Uh,
following regular
I
anime
guess
tropes.
not.
That's what
I
I'm saying.
guess not. Uh,
But
yeah,
let's talk about. Did you watch World's Final Assassin again? I just
I
say
did.
I feel like
I
this.
did.
It's an isekai I can definitely roll with.
Episode two is very
Weird.
good.
I
Episode two
like
is
the
very
main
good.
MC a lot. Lou. I
Yeah.
can't remember Lua. I can't remember it. I know it starts with an L. I can't remember
I kind of
his.
like that they're building his abilities
Yes.
slowly. Like they're building his
Yes.
abilities slowly. They're not upright making him a badass, which I
Right.
like. I don't like my MCs overpowered. At least not too soon. I prefer to
I'm gonna say
see
yeah.
I
I can
prefer to
yeah
see the journey. Like I don't want you to be OP like from out the
yeah.
gate.
I appreciate that, and I love that. He was given the opportunity to
To
choose his
pick to
abilities,
choose his
right? And
abilities.
he didn't go the instead right instead of getting
Pick all the S class
yeah
things.
or even
He went each class and he took a ability from each class.
being reincarnated and being given all the OP skills. He just took abilities that made sense. Like, okay, this makes
Yeah,
sense. Because even the god or how whatever she is, said it's
yeah.
like this is interesting. Why did you put these two combinations like in the ask you choose that boring skill? It's like yeah, they make sense. It's like I appreciate that.
Cause he
Mhm.
even picked like a D rank skill, and she asked him why a D rank. Why don't you pick all of the
I
A ranks or S
in
ranks?
consideration is like okay, well this would be a rare skill. So it's like he's even thinking about well, it would be weird for me to have these like high level
Yeah,
skill all at once. Like when the rarity of me getting that is very high, so it'll definitely
yeah,
look like something is off.
yeah.
Like, I appreciate that little bit of
It's very
detail.
smart. It's very
Mhm.
smart what he did.
Um,
Yeah.
okay. Was it just me or did anyone else get a bit worried when the
when his
dad.
daddy told
Yes,
even
the dad told him to step. It
even like
wasn't just. It wasn't just me. So it wasn't just me. I was sitting there
I
like,
was like, hold up. I was like, oh,
I was like,
because he, how he
pause.
even introduced it in his inner monologue.
Yo,
He says after he says, "May I go down the dungeon?" Is where
right in the
the
system.
darkness is where the darkness happens. I was like, oh
And the
no.
dad just standing there with a straight face, like,
And
straight.
I was just like stripped. This is like
I'm like,
what?
what's happening?
I said
Like, hold
what?
on, what's
I
going
was like
on?
what? And then like he
Pause.
saw
I'm
him
like,
doing all this. I was like, what?
what? And
What
then
is
he
going
started
on?
going up here, like, huh?
And then he
And then
even
he
touched
explained.
the butt. He even touched his butt. I was
Yeah,
like,
and then he
I was like,
explained. It's
oh.
like, oh, okay, what he's doing. I was like, oh, I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
he like
no. I was like,
he's
oh,
looking at the muscle. He's looking at the muscle growth and the tone.
yeah, there's
But
flexibility of his
still,
joints and stuff. I was
I
like,
was just
I
like,
thought this was taking a very dark route.
but still, that is very disturbing. Like they let us sit through that until like they let us sit through and then they
I think they
explain
know what they're
why
doing.
we had to sit through it.
Exactly. I was like,
I'm like,
y'all definitely have a dark secret, all right,
I
because
was like,
this taking a turn.
I was like,
This taking
Dad,
a turn.
it's like, Dad, what you doing? What are you doing, Dad?
Why dog doesn't okay. This way you teach him assassin skills and medicine. Okay,
Yeah,
cool,
and like, and since
fine.
like I guess like Daddy also has a medical background, so it
Yeah, no, I like their clan.
yeah,
Family is
it
good.
shows that they're very detailed and
Um, and very skilled because, like you
yeah,
said, they control medical wise and then they control the sauce wise. So
yeah,
they essentially, I guess, as you're saying, they give life and death. They
yeah.
control life and death,
It's
essentially.
very interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's very
Yeah, it
interesting.
was introduced in a very introduced in a very eye opening way, but it's very interesting.
No, without a doubt. But
Yeah,
yeah, MC is very interesting so far
yeah.
as well. Very strategical. He's very tactical. Even with him, like keeping in
Cooking the
consideration
food.
that he is right.
Yeah,
Why he has to cook the food. Because he's trying to build this body up to where
yeah.
he needs to be. To progress his skills. Yeah, but I mean, not a ton happened, but it was still like
Uh-uh.
an enjoyable episode.
Yeah.
We got it to see more of his interaction with his family. We got to learn more
Mm-hmm.
about the assassins. His mother's fun. His mother's funny,
Yeah.
dressing him up as a and being like, okay, well, my mentor come in. Let me take this off. Like, no. Like, I was like, wait, what?
No,
You did that?
you
Like,
have
I
to.
was like, really, you
You're
you really
cute.
leaving him in these? Like, what is going? And the dad was just
Yeah,
like, yeah, that's cute. So that's
just
his mother. Like,
just human her.
yeah, that really wasn't. I was like,
Just
just,
humor
just,
her.
just move it. Just move it. Don't move it. And we got introduced to another character. I don't know if this is one of the characters that was in the first episode. I
Yeah,
can't.
she was. I think she was.
Was she the one? Was she the girl that was already? Um.
I think she was the girl who posed as one of the girls being sold.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I was trying to remember. All right. So you got to introduce the kid like him, genius, one of the top mages in the kingdom. So I'm interested to see what happens next episode. I'm interested to see
Yeah.
where it continues to go. I'm not sure how many episodes this season
No,
has.
because I think it still
So
hasn't told us yet on
I,
Miami. Let's see how many episodes it
I didn't know
has.
Platinum and it's supposed to get 24 though.
24. Oh, that's
Yeah,
interesting
it's
for
getting a full
Isekai.
associated. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which is
That's very
makes sense
interesting.
as the manga going. I mean, I think the manga is still new, but I think it's done monthly and it has like 60 pages or so, so it should be fine. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, but Well Fine Assassin, I'm with it, man. I'm with it. I like it a lot.
Oh wait, yeah, Miami just like it gets 12 episodes.
My Well Fine Assassin.
Yeah, it's 12.
Okay. While I'm here, let me update this. I be forgetting. I honestly,
Oh,
leave it to me. I forget. I forget the
while
update.
you're doing that, like I think Omar might kill me if I do not talk about this anime.
What's that?
Since he's not Ranking of Kings, it premiered this week.
Is that good? Like, y'all watched it? You
Yes,
watched
I watched that after Omar
it?
talked
Listen,
about it.
listen. I'll be honest.
It is. I also
That does
believe
not look like my thing.
like it doesn't look like your thing, but like after you watch it, you'll be very interested in it because well, I'm not as super sold onto it as Omar is, but
Right?
but like
I
my
mean,
thing is
I saw it on a lot of
one thing
things.
that I do have to agree with Omar. Like
Uh,
Omar says, this might be a sleeper hit, but I think it will be a sleeper hit if it goes in the right direction, because Ranking of Kings is about this prince, and he's born mute and deaf,
Hmm.
so he can't hear and he can't speak, and so he's next in line for the throne, and the people doesn't don't have faith that he could rule because of
Yeah.
his disabilities. It's I think it's about him proving them wrong, because he has a half brother who is also a prince. I think they're trying to push for him to be the king rather than what's his name? Oh gosh, I can't remember the name of our MC. It's too
Like I said,
much anime, and it's hard to remember everyone's
I
names.
don't remember names right now.
But anyway, it's about our MC. Like our MC was walking around in the forest, I think, and then he bumps into this shadow creature, and the shadow creature somehow understands him. The shadow creature says, "Well, give me your clothes," and he gives him his clothes, and because like the MC is like, "Oh, you're the only one who understands me." I don't know how the shadow creature understands him, because like all that we can hear from the MC is just like grunts and maybe like shouts, like like that's how the MC talks,
Uh-huh.
because like he doesn't have a voice, he can't speak, and then the shadow creature somehow understands him, and then the shadow creature keeps telling him, well, since you're a prince, come back every day and give me some expensive clothes, and because like, he sells the clothes for money.
Oh, the
But
shadow
then
creature.
like these two, yeah, anyway, so him and the shadow creature sort of like develop a bond or something,
Mm.
because he comes to him every day and they talk, or they communicate in a way, and then one day like the shadow creature decided to follow him back to the kingdom, and shows how much people like disrespects him or don't believe that he could be king. And the queen, who was like the second wife of the king, who isn't his biological mother. Like, she's the second wife of the king. Like, she talks so cruelly to him, saying, "Oh, well, you'll never be king. Might as well make my son king, because who would want a fool like you to rule the kingdom?" And even sometimes the father is sick, so it feels like the father's gonna die soon.
Oh wow. This
Yeah,
sounds like it's gonna be a very emotional anime.
yeah, cause like I even like the opening, and like Funimation like translate the opening, and the opening is all about you
Oh really?
were yeah like they translated the opening already, and I love the opening.
Last time they did that.
I know it's very like, especially so soon in the first episode, and the OP is about like you walking the hard path and not going the easy way
Mm.
or the quick way. You're going on the hard path, getting your shoes dirty, and saying that keep walking on with your dirty shoes, and something about people will follow you and stuff and whatnot. So kind of like the meaning of the OP and what's to come, because how the episode ended, like the king told the king told one of his assistants or the trainer to train my son, like train him harder, train him the sword, and so he could be stronger for when my time has come, for when my time has come to die, because the king knows he's dying. And so they're in the courtyard training, and the person is not really training the prince, and the prince is just standing there. And then the half son comes, and he is like, "Oh, well, I beat the grandmaster, and the grandmaster has quit his job, so how about we have a spar?" And so the knight sparred with him, and then he almost kicked the knight's ass, but the knight beat him. And the knight says, "Oh my God, this guy is meant to be king. He is so good and powerful. I want to train him instead of the prince." And I'm like, "Oh my, you're doing this right in front of the person, right in front of the MC." Baby, the MC was like, "Hold up." MC grabbed his stick and challenged his half brother to a duel, and everyone was like, "Oh, well, he's gonna lose, because like, oh, well, he's deaf and mute and he's stupid, so he's not going to win against the prince." And then as soon as he swing his sword, the MC just dodges it instantly, and everyone was like, "What the fuck?" And then he keeps dodging him, like he hasn't got hit on him, and then he bops him on the head,
Hmm.
and then that's how everyone was just looking at him, and like you realize maybe you should not underestimate this person. So yeah, ranking of games could be good if it goes in the right direction. Is all I'm saying.
I sounds like okay. Sounds like I have to give it a try because
Give it
honestly,
a first watch.
I looked at I guess the art style kind of was like I don't know, that's me, but I'll give it a try.
Looks like what?
I guess look, I don't know. It just didn't look interesting
Because
to me.
how I look at the animation feels like old school animation. I do not know why. Every time I look at it, I get Dragon Ball flashbacks animation wise. It
Yeah,
almost look like the Dragon Ball art style.
Shin Chan updated but drawn more
Yeah, because
style.
it looks like the old style, but it looks like they revamped it.
Yeah,
So that's how it looks. That's why the art style is interesting. I could see why no
but
one was gonna give it a second thought.
since you said it
But
was, I'll
yeah,
give it a
after
try.
you watch it, just give the first episode a look. Because I think, and also I found out that it has that is seinen. Like it's not
What's the name?
yeah seinen. I was like, what? Really?
Oh yeah, this is
Yeah,
a mom.
'cause-
Mention it as a sen. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, and like
With a plot line
that
like
was
that, and I
very
kind of guess it
interesting.
didn't yourself like a
Because
sen.
I honestly thought it was gonna be for kids, but it because of the animation and how it looked, I was skipping it. I was honestly skipping it. And then Omar came in the group and he big it up, and then he like
Oh, so
sometimes
glorious of it.
sometimes you can't go with Omar when he bigs up.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a good thing.
No offense, Omar, but I
Yeah, yo,
watched it.
short to the wall.
It's actually I'm not 100% sold on it, mind you, but it has my attention.
Okay, see, only because
Yeah.
this next show we're gonna talk about surprised me, I'll definitely give it a shot.
Which
Um,
is
Sakugan, Sakugan,
oh yeah,
uh,
Sakugan, yeah.
another great episode. I mean,
They
another. That's it.
continue to like beat expectations.
If anything else about this show is that the OST alone keeps me interested.
Mm-hmm.
The OST alone keeps me watching.
OP
It's
is
such a
pretty good as
it's
well.
such a fun watch. Like, truth be told, like there's at least not much of the story yet, but it doesn't seem like it's
Yeah.
going to be a complicated story. At least not now.
No.
Not
It
from what I've
feels
seen.
like a simple because like she has a dream of this tower or whatever.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it feels like a simple like we're gonna go explore and get to this
Right. Like a
destination type
journey
story.
between the father and his daughter.
Yeah, I
Like
think like the only important thing is this bond between like both
right.
of
Like
them.
if I had to guess, I think it would be like a girl realizing her dreams, like the realization, and the father getting over whatever tragic event happened because she
Yeah.
asked Gong. I see it. I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name. But I was gonna say
We will
I
get these names eventually.
promise you next week I will.
Omar probably knows all the names.
I that's good. but but no, like she's done that. Like, what great loss did you experience? And it's like so.
Yeah,
There's more to go to it, but it's such a fun watch. Like all
it is.
around, I wasn't bored at any point.
No, I
Of
love the father and daughter interaction.
I do too. I
Yeah,
do. I think they're such a funny combination. Like it's
yeah,
such a enjoyable combination of characters together. I can't wait to get introduced to a lot of the other characters I see in the opening and stuff. They look fun.
yeah.
They look fun. Yeah, they look fun. Animation is still slick as always. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I mean, it was great. It was a great episode all around. We saw them deal with the kaiju's
Yeah.
that in their space. We saw her come up with this grand plan to get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing more. 2 episodes in. 2 episodes in. Not bored yet. So getting to the third.
Still going on strong.
Yeah, the third episode really gets into more of the story and where we're going with it. Still again a strong, like again, we mentioned before, Made in the Abyss vibes.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good because I like Made in the Abyss. So
Man,
that's
this was very good.
that's really, really, really good. But yeah. Sakugan so far, like
Hmm.
it's definitely doing it for me.
Really good.
For me.
Also,
But
like we didn't talk about 86 at all, and that
oh no,
breaks
that's
my
this
heart.
is I think this one to you.
I feel like I'm the only one in our group who's watching 86.
I
Maybe
gotta get
Omar's
to it.
watching
I gotta
86.
get to. I gotta get to it. Yeah, you guys are.
86 is so good. Like it's not the
It
second.
is like I
Yeah,
don't. 86 is good. I gotta get to it. It's
the
really good.
Reaper has returned in this episode because this is like the second. No, it's the third. Is it the third or fourth episode? Because like it's not season two. It's part two of season one. Is what they're calling it. Is part two of season one,
Very
and
important. Very
yeah, I
important.
think that we are in the. I think this week was like the third or fourth episode of part two,
Mhm.
and they because the first few episodes is about them getting picked up and saved by this other I don't want to say country, but I guess this other society, and the society was like they were trying to get them to be away from the war to live normal happy lives, but like that's not them. They want to go back on the battlefield to fight, and so they finally get to go back on the battlefield this episode, and we finally see the return of Shin being the Reaper, because that's what Shin used to do. Like when a soldier fell and they couldn't be saved, he would save them by giving them a quick, painless death, so they didn't have to have that slow, agonizing death. And kind of realized that the other soldiers, they don't really like the 86 soldiers, or they are a bit hesitant because of their fighting style, especially Shin's fighting style. Like they are creeped out by that. And even like in this other society, like they knew about the Reaper before anyone talked about them, because like they said, what happened if he's the Reaper? Maybe he's the Reaper. And they find out on the battlefield that he is. Because like Shin made a friend, sort of, and like so far in this in part two, he made a friend, and his friend had a sister, and he says that I joined the army to get money so we could fund, so I could take care of my sister. And this episode they were having lunch, and he says, I'm going on leave soon, and so I'm gonna take her out shopping. I'm gonna buy her all these gifts, and she's gonna have such a fun time. And Shin is telling him that if you love your sister, maybe you should not be in the military, you should not be fighting these things with us. And he says, well, I still want to do it. And then I think he said he was going to think about it when he goes on leave. And then this man say, oh no, I don't like this conversation. When conversation, what happens when after these conversations.
Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately.
And like he even took a picture of Shin, like they took a picture together, and like he was holding the locket of his sister. And you know how they transition? They transition to his bloody hand holding the locket with his sister in it.
Amazing.
And like Shin came, and like he is all bloodied and laying there like dying, and he's asking Shin for the locket. Here you think that the locket is right there, but it turns out like it shows how badly injured he is, because his arm is all the way on the other side of the field that's holding the locket. And so Shin had to walk to the other side of the field to pick up the locket and show him the locket. And then Shin got the gun. Like, Shin did what Shin always does. He shoots him. Because, like, there's no saving him. Like, that's what, like, that's it's such a heavy burden that Shin carries.
It's oh man. I mean it
And
sounds so good. I really gotta get to it.
And then you have the other this other soldier came and say, "Why the hell did you do that? Why did you shoot them? Why didn't you try save him?" And Shin didn't say anything, but then the higher officer said that Shin did the right thing, because there was no saving him. There was no saving from him. So might as well,
True.
take him out of his misery.
Might
And
as well
that's,
just do
oh
yeah,
my
take the
god.
mercy route and just get it over with.
And what's also sad seeing that, like, even though I know it was coming, but it was just sad seeing Shin like turn back into this cold person that he was before in the beginning of 86.
That's what I mean, that's what hurt does to you.
Yeah, you slowly see
Sadly
Shin
does.
becomes this cold, because even when Lena came, like they like Shin started to open up somewhat, and be a little bit carefree-ish sort of, and but now you're just seeing this cold Shin slowly return, and it's so hurtful to see, man. It's hurtful to see. This episode is heavy. It was heavy.
Oh man, this sounds emotional, but you did mention you did hint towards it.
Hmm.
I get to the second part. I can't wait to see it. But it definitely 86 sounds like it's
Yes, it's
what it's doing.
good.
The first part was out, and just continuing off from that. Like
Yeah,
it's really good. 86 is really good though.
it is
A lot
good.
of people should watch it again. It's a mecha,
It is.
so
A6
a
tricked
lot
me
of y'all don't like
into
mecha.
watching
Yeah,
Mecha.
mecha,
Because I
mecha.
think Darling in the Franks was the last Mecha that I've seen before 86, and
Listen, what,
I did not know what.
cleanse your body of what you're stopping.
I
Cleanse your
just didn't
palate
know. And then
of
86
it.
came along.
Thanks.
86 came along, and I just do not know what made me watch 86 in the first place. But I ended up watching 86, and I fell in love with 86.
Because there are good mechas. Like if
There
some
are
people
good
feel
mechas
that,
with good stories, because,
I'm
like,
sure you can find mechas you like. But I don't
yeah,
know. But I don't know. You can find
yeah.
mechas you like. But last the last anime we will talk for this podcast is
Is it Fena? Sorry.
oh
No, it was
you can hate me. I didn't watch Fena. You gave me. You gave me. I know you gave me that look. I didn't get to Fena. Oh,
I guess we
man,
could
what
save
the
Fena. We could
Fena,
save Fena for
Fena
next week.
is giving
Since
me a dead
Fena is
stare.
ending. Since Fena is
See,
ending
that's the
next
perfect
week,
time to do it.
we
That's the
will
perfect time to
save
do it.
Fena. We will
That's the
save
perfect time
Fena
to
for
do it.
next week. What do you want to talk about, Javon? Mm. As I sip on my water, what
Oh
was the
man,
last anime that you want to talk about?
it's still a good anime that I'm about to mention. Uh,
Mm.
Talked of Destiny,
Oh,
episode
yes.
2.
Yes.
See. I watched that. I watched that.
I guess
Talk
you're
of
forgiven
Destiny.
somewhat. You're forgiven
So
somewhat.
we have a bit of a flashback this episode.
Yeah.
Um, with our main character,
How they
where we
became to be, or
yes,
how
talk
they got to where they are.
yes, right, and also this, I know the names for this anime, but yeah, talk
Ta-
we got a look into how Tact, Corset, and Anna came to be get together. Tact lost his
hmm
dad, so Anna and Corset just kind of
It's
took him
so
in.
interesting to see
It's very interesting.
Corset.
It
Corset
is
was such
that
a so
was
lively. That's such a
we're getting to it. Like
whiplash.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
the biggest shock. I was like, wait, what the Corset's personality is very different.
Yeah,
So
so
I'm
lively
like,
and upbeat.
but I was maybe like so interested in seeing how the episode was going to go because it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I want to see what happened, what chance occurred, which we did get to see. So
Yeah.
we saw a bit of the interaction between the gang, and we learned that Corset is also very musically talented. Was
hmm
also another shock. But like we said, we get a little more into, I guess, Tak's trauma and what he
hmm
experienced. This was kind of, I don't want to say emotional, but it was kind of like shocking. It's like, oh, like
Yeah.
okay, this is where this anime could potentially go, or where it may go. Uh,
It makes me scared for what happens, like when everything is over. What will happen?
right. So like, okay, they get more into it. Like they had a festival in the park.
hmm
Whereas Tact has never played for anyone outside of Corset and Anna. They wanted
Yeah.
Tact to come out and play. He wouldn't. So Corset was the one who went ahead and said like I was playing. So essentially they were waiting for Tak. Essentially they're waiting for Tak to come and play. He eventually comes and they have this whole musical performance of I can't remember the song offhand. I can't remember the song offhand, but it was really good.
No.
Again, I love how Talked Off Destiny incorporates like real music
Real music into it.
into the show with them playing. It makes it much lively. It makes it different. It makes it fun. I appreciate all of that, especially as someone who likes music.
hmm
But yeah, so they get attacked by one of the D2s that completely destroy the place, and so
That blast them right off.
yes,
That's like, oh my god.
Tak's arm gets crushed in the chaos, and
Yeah.
Corset basically dies.
Yeah.
So essentially, and I hope then we get some more of that explanation in the third episode.
Yeah.
Whatever bracelet or charm, I should say, Corset
I
had.
yeah, I like that started glowing
Yeah,
from since they started playing on the piano. You didn't know
yeah, yeah,
that? Like,
yeah.
I was like,
True, it did.
ooh. So why is
Something
that glowing? And how
right.
come they're not addressing why is that glowing? And then boom, they
The
got
address why is glowing. Yeah, so essentially, Tak gained his powers, and then Corset transformed into the Corset we know from episode one.
yeah,
Essentially, what kind of leads me to believe that she did die,
yeah.
and then I guess the angel took over, or the music art took over her body,
I
and said,
think so because like
so
she's
another
so lifeless now.
theory I have is the fact that I think whatever is in New York and why Anna is so like focused on getting there is maybe a way to get Corset back,
Could
essentially.
be
Oh,
because like
oh,
their
right.
family is
And this is what
also
I'm thinking.
in their
Right.
family is also in New York, and I think
That's true.
Corset did mention something about her mother. I can't remember what she said, so I think something ties in with her mother because I think her mother
And,
gave her that
uh,
pendant.
yeah, yeah. And then Corset, at least the Corset we know, keeps mentioning something about getting tuned in New York.
Yeah,
So in my assumption is that whatever that is maybe what leads to what clues
probably
like
saving her.
answers to what happened and how to reverse it or to get her back.
Yeah,
I think the only other question I have from that episode is like how much time had passed since that event to the
yeah,
first episode, because it seems like they have a grasp on their powers, or at least they have been using it for a while
yeah.
uh, prior to that as well. But yeah, so I hope we just get more into
Because I
that.
think we might get their very first fight maybe next episode.
Yeah, seriously, yeah, pretty much. We probably
Because
get it.
it ended with just her finishing transforming, right? Didn't because
Yeah,
they
it
didn't
would, which
fight.
was cool by the way. It was really really cool. I like the transformation. The
Mm-hmm.
transformation. But yeah, we definitely get the first fight, and then probably the interaction between this new car set and Tact and how the dynamic works, and
Yeah,
then finding out and everything like that. Now, the only thing I would say about the episode I did not like, and there's reason for that, is the CGI at times for
yeah,
it. They were playing the piano, but for those who don't know, like Mappa has a joint collaboration with this anime with another studio. So the other studio, like, I can't remember right now, handled
Madhouse.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Madhouse Studio handled the first episode, and Mappa handled this episode. So I guess in Mappa's trademark fashion, they had to incorporate. So the CGI element, listen, that's the first
Lord, I just feel so sorry for Mappa, man.
part. Yeah, listen, this. Mappa. Yeah, you ought to be alright.
Mappa
Oh
need a
yeah,
break. They
they can
need a
live.
break,
They can live.
man.
They can live. They can live. Hopefully, we'll pray for them. But no, but overall, it's a good episode.
Yeah,
I the flashback didn't feel out of place.
no. And they
It
did a
didn't.
smooth transition to the OP.
And yes, you're right. That was a really, 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 really good
That was
transition
really good.
into OP. I applaud them for that.
Very
Um,
smart.
it was it didn't feel dragged out. It didn't feel like we're
No.
getting away from the main story. But it was a much needed after introducing us to them in episode one, giving a
Yeah,
backstory.
we
It
had
was
to know
right.
like
Yeah.
we had to really know what their motivations were
Right.
truly were
Mm.
are.
And I want to know because the first episode kind of like made me feel as though music was gone completely from the word
Yeah,
itself.
and because
Is
I
it
was weirded out
so
because I was
big?
wondering why was he able to play and no monster show? Like, did they
Right.
just? Because I think like the so-called army or
Uh-huh.
people or were there saying that they're safe to have the festival. So do they like have
I
like
think
protection zones or
yeah,
something like
it
that?
sounds like they're aware of what happens with music, but it doesn't sound like they aren't aware that music exists. The first
Yeah.
episode kind of made it feel as though music didn't exist because the mom was telling the kids like one day you guys will get to experience what music
Yeah, I
is,
know. It's like
stuff like
so
that. So I
weird.
wasn't sure of like what's going on. So that's why I kind of want to know how,
How long
like,
this happened?
right, or if it's just like certain towns or
Yeah, or
cities
certain
like
areas.
music and then that's it, so they're not used to like music, or like even when did all of this start, which kind of leads like I definitely feel like this was like a man-made thing, or like
Could be
experimental,
man-made
or someone
monsters.
just like unleashed it onto them. It was like anytime you play music this happens. But yeah, like those are my main three answers. I mean, main three questions.
Yeah.
In this episode. Well, anime in general. But yeah, no,
Very
really good.
interesting.
I like it. I like Corset. I like that. I like
It is.
the dynamic. I like the characters, art style, everything. Honestly, it's Attack on Titan is up there for me. Like again, it
Mm-hmm.
continues to be everything that I hoped and thought it would be. I'm not mad at it. Oh, it is also it's a mobile game for people. At least it has a mobile game coming for those who don't know either. Yeah, which
Ooh.
is it makes sense. It kind of, yeah. So
I
yeah,
have to clear up space on my phone.
that's it. That ain't now if you put it on the PC, then sure, I'll look at it. I'll, no, I'll do that. Put it on Steam, and that's a good to go. But yeah, another episode, another 5 stars for me. Honestly,
Yeah,
yeah, not I. So
pretty good. It's pretty good.
but that brings us to our very end of the podcast this week.
Woohoo.
Guys, thank you for listening and watching with
I
us,
mean,
spending time listening to us rant and talk about anime. Be weaves for like an
yes,
hour.
thank
We
you.
appreciate that always. Like always, follow the YouTube page on the Solid to get updates on us and other
Mm-hmm.
podcasts. Check us out in the Discord to chat it up about more anime talk. Also follow us on our Twitter page at the Otaku Pod, where we will
Woohoo.
be posting different things like polls,
Polls, news,
news update,
updates.
some lists of our own of our top animes, even
Oh,
refresh you guys. Yeah,
Godly
yeah.
Prime, you could either watch these anime either on Crunchyroll, Funimation, or if you would like to sail the Grand Blue Line,
Like our fellow podcasters, April and Omar. You can do that. You
GoGo
too.
Anime, GoGo Anime is a good Grand Blue Line. It's the
We'll go out of
option.
there. Or you can be a turret user as
You
well,
can also turn.
which is good, which is also a good option.
We even though we're not promoting that, but so,
I mean, no, of
um
course not. Why would we
but so
promote
like if
illegal
like but still like
consumption of
the official
anime? Why would we
ways
do
to
that on this
watch
podcast?
is Crunchyroll and Funimation, though I do have
Mm.
to warn you that not all of the anime is on
Yeah,
either of those streaming
you
services.
also have
But
your Netflix. That's right.
Crunchyroll has the majority
Right.
of the anime on there. So if you want more bang for your buck, then I suggest Crunchyroll
Yeah.
over Funimation.
Or even Hulu. Hulu has a good collection as well. If you
It's
want,
Hulu.
if you want your old school anime, Hulu is the way to
Yeah.
go.
But if you're looking for the new anime that we are talking about, then you check Funimation or
Yes. Yes.
Crunchyroll.
Also, if you want to keep track, and I know like for me, I need to keep track, and of course, like our fellow podcasters who are watching 40 or more animes, like Live Chart and Mal are very good,
Yes.
very 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 good platforms to use to keep track of anime of when episodes are coming out,
Yes.
how many episodes you've watched, how far you're behind, just good overall and keeping track. So definitely
Yes.
check out those applications as well. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, until next week, this has been the Otaku Summit Podcast, and this has been your
Woohoo!
local Weebsters, and we are out.
Poof!
Woo!
A poof! And we're still live.
I know
Live
this
and
is becoming a running joke. I like that. This is becoming a running gag.
behind the scenes. But though, but yeah, for real, Godly Prime, if you're still here before we get cut off for real. But yes, do check those sites out, especially Live Chart and My Anime List. They will keep you updated on what's to come and what is currently airing. And I guess we will also post. I guess since people don't know, we will also post some things on our
We will do
we'll
that.
post on
Yeah,
Twitter.
we'll be
Yeah, we'll
posting.
let you know where to watch.
We should. Should we do that? Where it's easy to watch, we
I
should
guess
probably.
I should. I'll probably make a list of which anime is where.
That'd
So
probably
if
be.
so if you have more anime that you like to watch on, like
Uh,
probably most of your anime is on this
right.
side. But yes, and Cam is here, so we are going to go.
We do that. That's been all, folks. That's all, folks.